Welcome back to the 6th Gear Garage, where I'm currently making one good 1980 Toyota long bed out of two very crappy Toyota 1980 long beds. Today's project is going to be getting the 5-speed transmission and this 20R engine out of this frame and putting it on that stand. And to do this, I'm using this homemade hoist built by Mikey from ShopSpot. He's let me borrow it for a while, but it's a little bit too tall. It interferes with my garage door, my ceiling fan, so I'm gonna have to spin this truck 90 degrees and work over here in this open area. It's a good thing I plan on redoing all the suspension on this truck anyways, because check out these AR bushings. Let's start with removing the exhaust, which I might actually be able to reuse. I think somebody's been in here before. Almost half of the studs and the nuts are missing. Also, I'm not going to be using this downpipe. And unfortunately, the manifold is no good either. Well, let's go on the other side and see how the intake looks. And the intake was only held in with a couple of bolts. Let's move on to the front of the engine. Now is the ideal time to remove the crank pulley bolt, because the engine is still attached to the transmission, which is in gear, and that's going to help keep the engine from turning. Nope. Let's try a breaker bar. I gotta block the wheels. It's moving the whole truck back. I'm doing a burnout. All right, third time's a charm. All right. Well, duh, now the other wheel's spinning. I forgot how open diffs work for a second there. Oh, I can't believe I didn't think of this earlier. I just remembered a good trick. Grab a screwdriver, remove the valve cover, and on the small lobe side of the mechanical fuel pump here, slide that through. There we go. Oh, it's been in the screwdriver. Better use a Craftsman in case I break it. All right, right there is better. I think it slipped. Wow. I don't know. Let's try the impact again. Okay. Here I have a homemade BMW flywheel removal tool, which I've also managed to use on the Acura, and we're going to try and use it on this 20R as well. Wow. Okay, got a pipe to get some more leverage. Ooh. The bar is bending. No. Bent the bolt. All right, I appreciate a good challenge. Forces you to think outside the box, but I'm ready to get this thing done. So, got a U-bolt, 2 plates, double wrapped chain around the frame. I don't see why this won't work. Extension. Scared, a little scared. Oh, that was it. My goodness. This was by far the most stubborn crank pulley bolt I've ever removed. But I'm glad I did it right now with the engine in the frame and attached to the transmission. Otherwise, there'd be no way I could get enough leverage to crack that bolt loose. Let's see what the oil looks like. I'm curious because it's been open to the elements for a long time and no filter. I expected worse. Doesn't look bad at all. I'm gonna drain the trans fluid as well, and I have some drywall tape so I can catch any metal pieces that might fall out, because for some reason this truck became a parts truck. Hopefully it's not because the transmission went bad, because I need this transmission to replace the automatic one in the Ohio truck. Not horrible, there's no huge chunks on there. And that's a good sign, no big chunks of metal. First, I'm gonna get the tension off of the transmission. So there's how the rear main seal looks. Well, let's get this thing on a stand. So what do you guys think I should do with this motor? I've done a teardown before, although I did it in time-lapse mode. I could do a teardown video at regular speed. I don't really have any plans for this motor. I guess if anything, I'm just hoping the head is good because you can put a 20R head on an early 22R block and get yourself a high compression hybrid motor. So this actually does have some value if it's good. I'm just hoping moisture didn't sit in here over time and cause the valves to rust. So let me know if you guys want to see a teardown video of this motor, which is sat outside in the elements, open for who knows how many years, and I can make that happen. Thanks for watching.